Hello everyone, I am Sword Caliber 687, and today I would talk about present Trunks in Dragon Ball. Before this video gets started, like, share, subscribe, also leave a comment below if you guys really want to see more of my content. Anyway, let's begin the video. The big main reason why I made this video, it is because I am a big fan of Trunks' character. When Trunks killed Frieza, it was so brutal and awesome. For my personal opinion, this is the best way on how to introduce a character in Dragon Ball Z. Trunks isn't like Goku or Vegeta. Goku and Vegeta would like to fight their opponents at their best, but Trunks would like to finish off his opponents quickly. Future Trunks has a lot of good character development in Dragon Ball Z and Super. I think I don't really have that much to say about him. I would transition to talking about the present version of his character. In Dragon Ball Z, you see Kid Trunks progress so much as a fighter. The best examples of present Trunks fights, it is his fight against Goten and Bio Broly. You would think after Dragon Ball Z, Kid Trunks' character progression would only get better, but it doesn't. In Dragon Ball Super, Kid Trunks gets sidelined a lot throughout the series. A lot of the times in Dragon Ball Super, when a big main fight happens, the writers don't want Goten and Trunks to do anything in the series, even through the Dragon Ball Superhero the movie. I don't even need to talk about how Goten and Trunks becomes the Great Saiyaman Jr. It is because it is embarrassing. If their counterparts from Dragon Ball Z saw their Super counterparts dressed up as the Great Saiyaman Juniors, they would be extremely disappointed. Now, this is a perfect time to transition on how to improve present Trunks in Dragon Ball. First, I would talk about character motivation, then I would talk about new skills and abilities. For character motivation, I would like Trunks to go back to the Z Fighters and help out the team with big main fights within the series. One of the ideas I had for present Trunks, it is being a swordsman. I know some of you guys would say this to me, Sword Caliber 687. This sounds like a stupid idea, but guys, hear me out. In Dragon Ball, some of the non-canon movies and some of the non-canon video games had made present Trunks into a swordsman. I got inspired by making present Trunks into a swordsman from Dragon Ball Online. Dragon Ball Online, it is a computer-based Dragon Ball video game that was made in 2010. In that video game, you can make your own custom characters, like in Dragon Ball Xenoverse. The time period when Dragon Ball Online takes place, it takes place after the ending of Dragon Ball Z. In Dragon Ball Online, Trunks and Goten opens up a Kikoken sword school. The Kikoken Jutsu, or the Kikoken technique, what it translates to energy-controlled fencing. Energy-controlled fencing allows a fighter to do more damage by adding their energy into the blade. Like I said in my GT Goten video, this technique doesn't feel like it would fit Goten, but future Trunks or present Trunks. In Dragon Ball Super, we can see an ability that is similar to the Kikoken technique. Trunks envelops his own sword in a blue ki. This technique is called the Sword of Hope. This technique is created from all the hopes of the people of Earth, creating a ki sword. Trunks used this technique to beat Zamasu, but this technique completely shows up out of nowhere. The only thing I wanted was like Trunks sees Goku doing a Spirit Bomb and creates his own technique from the Kiko Ken technique. I would have wished in the Goku Black arc if Trunks trains Kid Trunks to be stronger and Kid Trunks learns how to unlock Super Saiyan 2. This was also a missed opportunity in the Goku Black arc. If Kid Trunks saw future Trunks' techniques and how he fights, he would be inspired of using the exact same techniques as future Trunks. This is the reason why I want present Trunks to be a swordsman, all because there's a lot of cool opportunities he can just do with a sword. I would say character motivation is pretty much over. Now, let's transition into new skills and abilities. With the new skills and abilities, this is kinda obvious. Trunks would get Kiko Ken and Super Saiyan 2. If present Trunks gets a new transformation stronger than Super Saiyan Rage, I would be happy. But I am not sure if Toei would actually do that. But I do have a different idea instead. I would want present Trunks to have a stronger sword than future Trunks. My idea, it is using the Z sword. I know some of you guys are gonna say this. Sword caliber 687. The Z sword is completely useless. But I have my own idea for the Z sword. The Z sword was a good idea on paper, but it was terribly executed. The whole point of the Z sword, it wasn't really about having the strongest weapon, but the true intention of it, it was about breaking the weapon. The Supreme Kai was trapped inside a Z sword by some evil wizard, so he needed somebody to break the weapon so he can come out. The Supreme Kai has a special ability to unleash a full potential of a fighter. Now to think about it, why didn't the Supreme Kai didn't unleash the full potential of a lot of the Z fighters? It could have made some Z fighters like Yamcha useful again and made the rest of the Z fighters stronger. Too bad, Akira Toriyama probably forgot about this, like he forgot about Android 18's hair color, when Android 18's hair color was purple. Now you guys know why the Z-Sword is useless. It is because Akira Toriyama probably didn't have any plans for the Z-Sword, but only to be broken. This is where my idea of the Z-Sword comes in. My idea can fix or rewrite the issues with the Z-Sword from Dragon Ball Z. My idea of the Z-Sword would be this: completely changing and retconning the Z-Sword. One Z-Sword would be the real one, while the other one would be the fake one. The fake Z-Sword would be the one that Gohan pulls out in the Land of the Kai. How this ties in with the Supreme Kai Shin, you can easily write off the Supreme Kai Shin, easily misinterpret the legends of the Z-Sword, and he thought the Z-Sword was in the Land of the Kai. This would be the easiest way to fix the Z-Sword, and plus, Dragon Ball always makes fun of Shin's incompetence as the Supreme Kai. You can have present Trunks goes on an adventure to find the Z-Sword, and he has to face many trials. With finding the Z-Sword, I would like Trunks to go on an adventure to different planets, or maybe going in a dungeon to find it. When Trunks finds the Z-Sword, it should not be easy for him to attain it and completely master it. It would be a cool idea when Trunks gets the Z-Sword. It is a rusty sword. Trunks would think that the Z-Sword is completely useless, but when he tests it on Kashin, the sword doesn't break. When Trunks unlocks the true potential of the Z-Sword, it would transform into its final form. When the Z-Sword transforms into its true form, it can cut through anything. I think this is the perfect time to end the video. Thank you for watching this video. Like, share, subscribe. Also leave a comment below. If you guys really want to see more of my content. Anyway, see you guys soon.